Hey there, Super Truckers, Ride Back itself. This is going to be the intro sequence about the truck testing remastered. So, probably that released some sort of a music as well. And before we're going to be making some starts, and this is absolutely the truck testing remastered. There's some sort of a logo isn't going to be really coming out for just today, and probably that we just going to be going to exit as well. Let's see the credits we have for truck testing remastered. This game created by in some sort of like this thing and Tiny Spark Studios based in American Truck Simulator. And looks like we have some sort of information about this thing. You're an American Trucker is about for just one thing as well. So, about truck testing as well. So, we're just gonna be going around here. This is the version 1.2.0b. Minor changes to the map, but probably such as gonna be new lighting system as well. We have to do like this thing. So probably to start controls, we cannot able to go exit. That automatically kicks me out of the game. So let's get right over to the multiplayer. So, but without further ado, let's go for a single player, and that is the logo of Truck Testing Simulator as well. Truck Testing Remastered is absolutely some sort of a greatest thing as well. But I'm not accessing towards the multiplayer mode, and before we're going to be start driving trucks this weekend. So tomorrow of this weekend we cannot able to drive some trucks before the daily race goes on tomorrow. So we just completely having many attempts that we're not gonna be trying to completely walk around here. So you cannot able to run fast. So we only have two available brands as well. We have no Freightliners and Volvos as well. And we have any couple of controls we have just gonna be completely checked around as well. And looks like make sure anything is gonna be perfect run to do like this thing as well. But before we're gonna be turning down the graphics all the way off that thing as well. So we have two available trucks will be Peterbilt 389 and Kenworth W900. No modern trucks were available of this moment because due to some sort of modern things had just gotten removed from licensing as well. So before we cannot able to get empty as well. So let's just gonna be probably finding anything as well. So using a dry van like this thing isolated as this well. So probably we do not able to use for the gas container empty dump trailer as well. So let's just gonna be using anyways. Let's just spawn a luxury car hauler as we're gonna be spawning for just really perfect things as well. So I eventually gonna be trying to drive around for this thing for the first time. Going to get hauling some cars into the dealership. Let's just open up the door and getting into this one time as well. I have certainly not that we just completely jumping into this vehicle, but first of all, I'm inside of the desert as well. Let's start the engine. Let's completely able to do this and go like this thing. Using a second gear. Here we go. Another trucking video, we're going. As the meantime, we got some sort of a highways. You can also run into a red light. But before that we're gonna be to do, we're going to send it up into Detroit and make the cars as fast as possible into the dealership. So we have last two available trucks before that decided to end around of this journey around here somewhere. Using a 389. I think 379 is absolutely pretty perfect that you might be able to drive around for this thing as well. And finally, the trucks are finally started to slow down and against their license. So we're completely able to drive for very fast. No 12 gears has just possibly we intend. Because I have certainly that we're started to get speeding a little bit for very slow. Nothing is gonna be based around for many more of these details. We're almost slightly having an efficient accident over here. And let's just give ourselves a go. And we possibly that we still have working any things as well. We're completely still good to go. But there must be a gas station from over here. So we're not subject to be ended up over here for just as well. And we're still continue to go. But not over here as possibly. That we got anything that we just still going to give ourselves further. And this is where we lead off. And towards like this thing. 8 gears, no 10 gears. And I haven't pretty sure that we just completely to do this. Starting in such as Formula 1 gears as well. It's not the gears probably. The Formula 1 transmission is absolutely started to get a little bit for very slow as fast as possible. And we just completely making towards things as very possible. Short gears is possible that we just find it out. Keep on speeding as well. And return into a territory forest as well. So we're almost into the dealership or some sort of like this before. I do not believe this isn't gonna be making towards like finding anything as we wanted to say. We pretty try to make things a little bit further all the way down here. So the highway is gonna be right over here. And that must be some sort of a little bit for this itself for the afternoon selection. So it's gonna be taking for one time. But there must be for one intersection around as well. So well, it's gonna be pretty wait to the red light to do this until we just completely stop. What on earth? I think it's absolutely clear to go. But eventually we just completely spending ourselves for a waste of time when we come into that dealership as well. So another one for some sort of unloading facts about this thing as well. So where should we find other kinds of locations that before we're gonna be left off? Let's just get right over here as well until we're slightly make it off out of here. I have since we passed around for the intersection. Let's test the top speed and route, because since then for the last year we just speeds up to over 200 miles per hour. There's the warehouse from over here in the gas station outside of Phoenix, Arizona. But looks like we're gonna be seeing it around the map as well. So I'm not pretty sure that isn't going to be such as available maps. So the map is unavailable for really right now. And we still have remaining licensed trucks available for this thing as well. We're back into the countryside until the further sundown has been come. So the speed is absolutely going to be such as pretty well too fast. And then I'm not pretty sure that we just seen around for many more couple of like these things. The cars won't able to flip down as we're speeding towards for very much. I'm very satisfied to get all the way to coming all the way around. We just made a huge power slide with that trailer. And then it all comes to this. And that must be some sort of a little bit stopping for just really right now. So this is the parking test and the gas station over here. There were no dealerships out here, but since I just eventually turn on the headlights and every light has we come. But unfortunately we just gonna be came out in one sort of a day. So another warehouse and many more features. We got everything from here. And especially we're completely still running towards into the red lights. And where are the dealerships around for many more of these things? I think we have slightly left over. Not all of them. That wasn't gonna be making towards like to do this. We didn't pretend to make some sort of a car sales. From over here we come. And I don't really think all civilian cars have just come to removal. So, at the multiplayer, we still have available of civilization for just about for many more like these things. We will not end up to stop this thing over here until we just eventually ran towards into the red light another time. So, there is nothing that we just eventually we did not saw about for this thing as well. So, there's the paint station for some sort of cars, the parking test, and I should be able to come around for some sort of the hidden private part of this thing as well. So, this is the headquarters all the way back, which is possibly we have one time to do this. But I'm slightly gonna be left to do this until we're just gonna be stopping on this video as well. So, this is where I just completely start of this video or career of this thing as well. But since I just completely failed in delivery industry, I eventually we're going to end of this video right here. And I'll be turning off this engine and we'll be saying to the end of this video. As we're probably that I just probably wanted to say thanks for watching, for all your support. If you like of this trucking video, of course, for speeding and wrecking like this thing, as I'm probably sure that I just completely lost my mind, please like and subscribe and click the bell that I just completely speeding off, that I just completely went off in time as well. Instead of this tank truck driving as well, we have available trucks to do so. And we don't have any civilian cars inside of the single player as well. So, I'll be returned to multiplayer if I have to. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you super truckers all later, over and out.